Hello my dears, welcome back to my corner of the internet. Today I've got a little book talk video to share with you guys, as well as towards the end of the video I'm going to be doing a tag that my friend Andrea over at JeSuisJusteMoi tagged me in. I'm going to put a link to her video down in the description below in case you would like to go check it out. And this is the secret life of a YouTuber tag. Very intriguing, so I can't wait to jump into that. But of course before we do, we're going to talk a bit about books. So this week I just did a bit of light reading. I didn't dive into anything too intense, but I'm still going to show that with you guys, plus share a few books on my to be read pile, just so you have an idea of some of the reviews you can expect to see in the coming weeks. I was going to say years, but no, just the coming weeks. So what I've been reading this week, I picked up at the store because it just sounded so nice and just like a good feel-good thing to read. And this is the forgiveness book, Healing the Hurts We Don't Deserve, and it's written by D. Patrick Miller. Now, it's just a teeny tiny little slip of a book, but it's actually really, really helpful, and it has some great info in there. Now, a lot of the stuff that's talked about isn't going to be something that you haven't heard before, but sometimes just putting it in a different way, wording it in a certain way can really make it resonate a little harder. And it's just a great little book. It is, some of the book deals with forgiving others, and then other bits of the book deal with forgiving yourself, which can sometimes be the hardest to do, even more so than forgiving somebody else for something they've done to you. So he's also got 7 steps that you can kind of follow. He lists them briefly in the beginning, and then towards the end he gives kind of more detailed instructions on how to kind of work through feelings. And yeah, it's just a really, really helpful book I found, and it just made me feel good. And I'm definitely going to be putting some of the things that he talks about in here to practice. So yeah, if you're looking for something that gives good information on how to let go of past sadness and anger and bitterness, it's great. It's really good. And I love books like that, because sometimes we just need to hear it again from someone else. You know what I mean? This thumbs up. So I'm currently reading, I don't have the book that I'm currently reading because that's up in my bedroom because I was reading last night before I went to bed, but it's called Little Red Chairs, I believe, and it's really good. So that's going to be next week's book talk video. Now for some, I've got 3 here that I'm excited to jump into. This is called Miss You by Kate Eberlin. This is completely outside of what I would normally pick up to read, but it's somewhere, yeah, it kind of compares it to, here's what it says. If David Nichols' novel One Day and Richard Linklater's Before Sunrise films were to meet, have a brief thrilling affair, and end up producing an unexpected love child, it would be this book. And that kind of sold me. I love One Day, and I love the Before Sunrise films, so I was like, okay, because reading the blurb, it sounds like it's a kind of a, I mean, the cover's beautiful for sure. A bit of a romantic story, and I don't have anything against romance as a rule, but it's just not usually what I'm drawn to read. But I'm excited, and it's pretty, and I've got high hopes for it. If nothing else, sometimes it's just nice to read something light and feel good. I find with summer coming, in the summer I tend to, if I'm going to be reading like a chick lit, I hate that term, but chick lit, it's usually in the summertime, sitting by the water or sitting out in the sun, just kind of lends itself to it a bit more. Another thing that I've got coming up is Needful Things by Stephen King. This isn't new, I just haven't read it yet. I think this is one of the few Stephen King books that I haven't read yet, which is strange too because this sounds like I'm gonna love it, so I don't know how it's kind of slipped by me all this time. So we got that, and then saving this one until the end because I'm so excited for this book, and it is All My Puny Sorrows. I've heard so many good things about this book. It was one of the Giller Prize finalists. If you remember, we've kind of had a bit of a trend lately in reading Giller Prize nominated books, and I've just heard so many good things, and I cannot wait to talk about this one with you guys. So that gives you an idea of what I was reading this week, plus what we are going to be talking about in the weeks to come. So I hope you look forward to some of those. Alright, now getting into the questions from the Secret Life of a YouTuber tag. Question number 1, how long have you been on YouTube? I celebrated 1 year on YouTube the middle of February. I think it was February 18th is my 1 year, or 16th. So just over a year. At what point do you think you'll stop? I don't know. I don't really have a, like, when I think of the future, I'd love to keep doing this for as long as I can. I have a lot of fun. What's the best thing? Clearly the best thing is all the amazing people that I've met. I've met so many awesome men and women, and I've made some really solid friendships that are really important to me. And that is hands down, by far and away, the best thing about YouTube. The worst thing, and what do you do to make it okay? The worst thing? I mean, I think for anyone, the worst thing would be like negative comments and trolls and things like that. I am very fortunate in that the number of nasty things that have been said to me so far in my time on YouTube has been very small. And I credit that all to you guys because you're all so wonderful. So, but you know, sometimes those comments do get in, and I would say that's the worst thing, but I don't really let it bother me because it's just so ridiculous that it's hard to take it too seriously. Okay, what's next? Sorry guys, I'm looking at my iPad here. How many thumbnail options do you usually take? Quite a few. I do it with this camera before I start filming, so I'll hold up my book or whatever, and then I'll just kind of in rapid succession take a few, because my thing is, whenever I take a picture of myself, 9 times out of 10, my eyes are closed. Even if I'm just looking at the camera, I'm like, okay, you keep your eyes open. After the picture's taken, my eyes are closed. So it takes a while before I can find a photo that has my eyes open. YouTuber crush. I don't really have a YouTuber crush, but if we want to talk about men on YouTube that I really enjoy and appreciate, I have 2 come to mind. First being Ethan Klein from H3H3 Productions. I think he is so funny. Him and his wife, they're such a dynamic team, and I love them. They're so funny. If you don't watch H3 Productions, definitely go and check them out. The second one is Jack's Films. He is so funny, and his humor is the kind of humor that's it's not offensive. He's never offensive. It's not hurtful. It's just straight up funny. And I love that. So yeah, Ethan Klein and Jack's Films. What are you wearing on your bottom? Oh no, who's your collab? Who's on your collab wish list? Anyone, all of you. I love doing collabs. What are you wearing on your bottom half? Currently, I'm wearing just like yoga pants. Sometimes it's like pajama shorts. Sometimes it's, you know, whatever. You know, you put on a nice top and then you're all set because no one's going to see the bottom half. So usually it's very mismatched. And like if my husband or anyone comes in when I'm done filming, I'll have like a nice top on and then just the rattiest pants you can imagine. How long until you actually click record? Pretty quick actually, because by the time I come to my little corner here where I sit and film, I've gotten everything together. So I just come, take 20 pictures, hope my eyes are open in one of them, and then hit record. How do you feel about the YouTube community culture? I already touched on this. I think it's wonderful, especially within the small channels. You know, when you go to the bigger channels and you sift through some of their comments, it is wild, some of the things that get said to these creators. But I find within the small YouTube community here, it's a wonderful community, and I love it. So, thumbs up from me on the YouTube community. What's your secret to a successful YouTube channel? What I've kind of built my channel out of is consistency. Consistency is so big. It's the key, I find. And the consistency comes in 3 places. I know I've said this before, but it's the thing that I do. And that's have a consistent upload schedule. I do 3 times a week because I can. If you can only do once a week or even less, that's totally fine, but just be consistent about when you do it and kind of make a plan and stick to it. So be consistent with your upload schedule. Number 2, respond to comments, because I find that kind of creates a bit of, that's where the friendships come from. You start responding to comments, commenting on their videos, and then it just kind of blossoms from there. So respond to comments, and then also comment on other people's videos. That's a big one. And I try my best to watch as many of your videos as I can if I'm subscribed to your channel. And sometimes I don't have a lot to say. Sometimes I just want to pop in and be like, hey, I was here. Great video. I see you. I appreciate you. And I support you. So, and then sometimes I leave really long comments. But, yeah, just because I don't have a lot to say sometimes just doesn't mean I'm not there and watching and appreciating you. So, yes, upload schedule. Stick to it. Respond to comments. Comment on others' videos, and there you go. And then along with all that, be patient. It's slow going at first. It definitely is. And unless you end up with a viral video that propels you to huge numbers really quickly, it's just a matter of being patient and working hard. And that's about all you can do. And you'll get to where you want to go eventually. So the final question is, who do I tag? That's a good question. And I never tag anyone. I'm always like, if you want to do it, do it. But I'm going to tag 3 people today. I'm going to tag, in the color green, Marie. I'm going to tag Cheryl and Family. And I'm going to tag Valerie Dison. So I tag you 3 ladies. And I hope to get to hear your answers. And yeah, that's it. I hope you guys have a great weekend. And I'm going to be back on Monday with an unboxing video of the April Vegan Cuts Beauty Box. I'm very excited to share that with you guys. So yeah, until then, I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye!